Then another thing they said is that in every Castlevania game, you go to a castle, which is arguably the best part of every game.
Mm.
And they said you only spend a fraction of Lords of Shadow in a castle, in and around. The game is made of 12 chapters, and 4 entire chapters are in the Vampire Castle.
Castlevania, I think, is the word you're looking for.
What?
It's called Castlevania, right? Like,
Yeah,
just
because
making
No,
sure.
it's called the Vampire's Castle.
Oh, come on! God damn you!
Well,
That
it is
okay?
not,
That irks me.
It is not Dracula's castle. I'll tell you that. But
Then.
it is a Vampire Castle, and it's a very cool
I really
castle.
don't know if I should pick
looks-
this up because, like, me and Taylor, we talked earlier, and I said I was going to trade in a bunch of stuff today, and I did. I got like $170, 30 of which went to my girlfriend so she can get some WoW, like 60-day WoW card, which leaves me with a bunch of money. And tomorrow
you do the
comes
service
Vanquish comes
transfer.
out tomorrow, but at the same time I was considering getting
Vanquish.
Castlevania, but I don't know. I want to see if I
Well,
can
you
get a
know
used
what?
copy of it and then just take it back
Yeah,
in 7
just-
days.
Because let me say something else that shows you how much I like this. I have it on the PS3, and I got to Chapter 7 in like one night. It's like a 15 to 20 hour game, and I had turned the PS3 off during autosave, and I moved the PlayStation into my room. All my data for the game was gone.
Yeah, I
Because
read
of that
something about it. They
glitch.
said there was a bug with the PS3
And,
version of the saving game, but then they
I
released a
assumed
patch
it's
or
because I
something.
turned it off during saving. But I liked the game so much, I put it on easy mode and went all the way back to Chapter 8 in one night because I enjoyed it. I didn't mind it. I'm like, fucking duh, but you know what, let's do it because it's fun.
Yeah. It was kind of like me and
And how many
Uncharted.
games can you say that about? You know?
Not that many, but I heard that was a pretty common bug with the PS3 version, but then they released a patch or something or other, and it fixed
Yeah.
it. But the point is, that's still pretty
So-
annoying, but oh well, it'd be a
But
bit of a
it's
roller,
good
wouldn't it?
that they got on it real quick at least.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like something that Kojima would put out, but at the same time, I think it was
Well, he
better than
wasn't
it
the
would
one
have
who
been otherwise.
Made it. He was.
He was just
Oversaw.
going,
Yeah,
looks
it's
good.
overseeing it kind of thing. But it could have been done a lot worse, from what I understand.
I gotta say to everybody, if you're a hack and slash fan, rent it. If you're a Castlevania fan, rent it. Because I went on YouTube and I was kind of trolling, I guess, or observing and seeing what everybody was saying because I felt this game was going to go under the radar. And basically the comments were split between I loved it and this isn't Castlevania, this is really gay. And
I've played
I
God
don't
of War and all this kind of shit.
no, it was like hardcore Castlevania gamers saying this isn't Castlevania.
But
And
what do you
it is,
expect?
and
It's 3D, but I mean, did you want it in 2D? I mean, if so, then
I mean,
fine.
in
but
terms of a game, it's far better than Lament of Innocence and Curse of Darkness. You know, like gameplay wise, way above.
oh yeah, don't get me
and
wrong. I
story.
played the demo. I freaking loved it, and apparently that's like not one of the stronger points either. But the boss and the wolves and whatnot, I thought were pretty badass. And I'm not really familiar with the Castlevania series. I was always more of a Sega kid growing up. But I really liked it, and I too have God of War, and I didn't really find that many similarities. It played lighter, if that makes sense. Like the character felt more
Mhm.
fluid than Kratos,
Yeah.
and I just felt that he was more easy to move around. But the
When
camera
I
got in my
first
way a
got
few
it,
times, so I will say that.
yeah. When I first got it, my friend came over and we were playing two different games side by side, and I was telling about how all these God of War guys are like, man, this game's a God of War ripoff. And my friend's like, wow, you play a character with arms. That's so original. And we're just making all these crappy jokes. Like, I heard Ninja Gaiden had a dodge roll first, you know?
Yeah.
Because these God of War complaints are completely stupid. They're not thinking.
I mean,
They're just mad 'cause there's a
everything
change
rips
in it.
off something in one way or another. It just depends on how well they do it. I think that Lords of Shadow probably did it a lot better than it could have been done a
Yeah.
lot worse. But I mean, that's just my opinion on it. I mean, I'll probably get it. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not a big hack and slash fan. That being said, I would be interested to try all the platforming, and if there are any kind of puzzles and whatnot, I'd be interested in trying them out.
Puzzles. There are puzzles, actually. I forgot to mention this. There's quite a few. And
I mean,
what I liked about them...
are they difficult, or are they just kind of you put the key here and you go through the door?
No, it's no Resident Evil where it's get object A, B, combine, go through. None of that crap.
Like a Zelda kind of thing?
Basically, yeah, they get harder as you play, and it ranges from find a way to touch these 4 spaces on the ground in a matter of 2 seconds to changing the symbols to line up the rings and all kinds of cool stuff.
Yeah.
And what's really sweet is that the game tells you what it is, and if you want to, you can actually skip the puzzle and forfeit the bonus XP, and it'll basically say, all right, this is the solution.
So you're not forced.
Yeah, you're not forced.
That's a good idea.
And I was stumped.
One thing I could tell,
twice.
though, is that the cinematic and whatnot, I could tell that was influenced by Kojima. Just the cinematic,
Really?
just the cinematic quality of it. Yeah, I could. That was. It just looked like something that he would overlook or produce, even though he's not directly producing it.
The cinematics were really good.
Yeah, they just seemed they were very kind of cinematic.
I won't spoil anything, but basically the boss of the vampire castle flies up into the sky like a bat, and there's a part where Gabriel falls off of the boss, and you have to hit a QTE to stab it in the chest, and you're flying around in the sky, and I'm just like, I was smiling, like, this is so cool.
Is there a spider enemy in it?
Yeah, of course there's spiders, man. You got skeletons, spiders, werewolves, vampires, goblins, trolls. You got everything.
I love fucking spiders. I don't love fucking spiders, but I like fighting spiders.
Look, there's another similarity. You can ride big monsters. Game's gay.
Wow. I think it'd be something that I will get, but when it comes down, or if I get a used copy, I'll just play it for 7 days, and if I happen to complete it, then.
I just don't want it to get overlooked because it.
I think
similar.
that it's got quite a lot of attention, and I think enough people have spoke up about it. But.
All right, what's next?
I guess onto horror again. Dead Space 2. Well, more specifically, Ignition.
The
beta. The beta and the Ignition. Prequel.
I think Nick should take over so I can take a break real quick.
Nick, are you there? Have you played the beta of Dead Space 2?
It's really fucking good. Like, I'm gonna start with just that. It's just those 3 words.
Really
are a good way to start it.
I could never get into the game. I tried it, and like every time it would say you need to have so many players to play. I thought, okay, that's fair enough. And I'd be waiting, and literally, I left it for about 30 minutes, and I needed like one more person to join, and I just could not get anyone. So I thought, fuck this.
Really unfortunate, because I had never had anything like that happen.
See, that happened to me in the start, but after like a half an hour, I got games nonstop. So I'm assuming it's just because it's beta testing.
Never had that happen to me. I've gotten into games every time I've tried. And literally, I didn't think they were going to be able to accomplish it, but it literally took everything that made the single player. Let me rephrase that. When you are the engineers or whatever the hell they're supposed to be in the beta, security, the Isaac clone motherfuckers, it feels like.
Does it control like the first one though?
Exactly like it, like no change.
No, I guess one's slow though. But then you move
changed.
Kind of slow compared, for a multiplayer
game.
No,
you actually move faster in this one. Like, you still run the same speed, but when you're reloading or using health, you don't stop. You can reload and switch weapons while running, which you couldn't do in the first one. You went to a walking when you went to go switch. And I'm talking like the quick swap, not the menu.
Yeah. Seems like something that Resident Evil 5 should have done. Or just another thing that they didn't do right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can never really play. And then you can play as a necromorph as well, which seems pretty badass.
Play.
Personally, I found playing as them like not really that. I don't know. Like when I played as them, I felt like a stick figure because they're so weak in health. But they all have different attributes because you play as 4 different ones. So.
But you prefer playing as the Marines?
Yeah.
I think that's the case with most stuff. Like Left 4 Dead, I would prefer playing as the people.
Well, what's cool is that each game is split into 2 rounds. Team 1 plays humans, and then round 2, Team 1 plays Negros. So you have to get good at both. You're not going to always be a human and be a snubby little butthole.
I would like to play the little baby tentacle thing.
Dude, that thing is fucked up. It is a lot of fun to be, but it is fucked up.
One thing that's really fun about the Necromorphs, though, I gotta say, is in the first game, vents. They all come out of vents, and every vent in the multiplayer map is the spawn point for you to choose any of them. So you could literally have a guy standing next to one and spawn in one and just break out and scare the shit out of them. That's cool.
So you can actually break out through the vents yourself?
Yeah. Like, they all start closed, and after they break, they're open, so you can get out.
You'll start off in, like, little ventilation shafts or something?
No, you just pick a vent, and you spawning is busting out.
Oh, that's cool.
do some seriously psychological shit to people if you play your cards right. I think it'd be a game that'd be a lot more fun if I could play with people I knew or people I could communicate with.
Yeah, but let's
Because
face it,
it's the kind of game
the
where if
playing
you're
online with the PS3 and having voice chat isn't really that good. The voice chat just it's barely works.
It's not that it's not good. It's just a lot of people don't like to use their
I
mics.
don't. I mean, I have a mic for it, but I mean, I don't want to use it. I mean, I have enough people chatting shit on like Xbox Live, which since has expired, so I don't have to worry about it. But you know, I don't like hearing. I mean, the first thing I do, if I'm honest, the first thing I do when I go into a multiplayer game, if I hear anyone talk, is I'll mute them. The first thing I'll do is that, and yeah, that's how I like it. If I got to interact or speak with them, then I
Yeah.
like say for example on Battlefield, but I'll only speak to them if I know them.
I guess.
But
All right.
What
Don't
about-
need to
well,
run off on mics.
Dead Space 2, there's the prequel, The Ignition, which is like $5.
Yeah.
Taylor has a lot on that, I know. said.
Nick, you haven't played it, have you? Nick,
Haven't-
Dead Space Ignition.
What?
Are you guys breaking up?
No, Nick, I can hear Nick. Well, I can't even hear Nick. He's just like,
All right, whatever. I'm gonna keep going. Dead Space Ignition is a little comic book arcade game that you can buy for $5 on the 360 and PSN. It's a prequel to Dead Space 2, and all my information is from Hell Descent because my other writer there did his review on it, and apparently the game's not that good at all. It's not worth the money.
I've heard
It's a
nothing
comic.
good about it.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything. I mean, I think one big name company gave it a 4 out of 5, but they always kiss ass, so that doesn't count.
But it's basically just like
Basically,
a
it's-
graphic novel interactive
Yeah,
thing.
it's like a mobile graphic novel, and there's 3 unique mini games you play. And he was telling me that they're all broken, they're not fun, things like that.
Isn't that? I think it's only like maybe an hour long or something, if that. It's just it's a
don't know.
really short thing, but
And then
it just doesn't seem worth it.
apparently the artwork images I see here on Hell Descent look good, but he was telling me that when a certain character dies, you see their face, and he said the art was so bad he was laughing at it. So,
Well,
but
like we said earlier, you'd rather spend that $5 than getting like the Red Dead Undead pack
yeah.
or zombie pack,
And-
whatever it is.
Before we move to that, just for you Dead Space fans, Visceral did not develop Ignition. It was a different
Well, not to
development
mention
studio. So,
the friggin' collector's edition of it.
yeah, so no down points for Visceral.
Dead Space 2 is
I really-
I would like to get the collectors for Dead Space 2.
It comes with a plasma cutter. Why wouldn't you?
That and like everything else, it seems like a really good collect. I mean, I just bought my fiance the collector's edition of Cataclysm, and that seemed like it had a lot up. Like, a lot
Nice.
come with it.
Funny story, actually, if you don't mind me going on, it's not a tangent, but a tiny thing. I actually am getting that, but I don't think I'm going to open it because I'm not sure if any of you have any idea how much they go for after about a year
Yeah, I
of
know.
release.
And it's
About
I'm tempted to do that,
$1,000.
or have Amber do that as well.
Yeah, because I mean,
Damn.
I'm sorry, that could be a $920 profit. So
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't take long. It's like the friggin'
Especially with a
Black
game like that.
Label horror games. Like I've got Silent Hill Black Label. I could sell that on eBay for like I don't know, maybe $60-70.
yeah,
I mean, it's
I
open.
have a game
but-
for Sega Genesis, Musha, worth $40 in the condition I have it in. Which let me tell you, it's perfectly usable, but it ain't that good condition wise. Like the label's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
So, Red Dead Zombies.
I'm gonna get it just because I own Red Dead Redemption and I love zombies.
Of course.
I like zombies and I like Red Dead, but I don't know if the two should mix. I mean, I'm sure it'd be badass.
I don't-
Rockstar,
Yeah.
I don't think there's ever been a good zombie fiction in the Wild West, or even one at all. So this really has my interest.
I know Rockstar are pretty good like that. They make good, humorous stuff.
In an interview, they said that they're doing it completely out of fan demand, and that it was not originally a planned DLC.
Really?
So, yeah.
Well, everyone's into
That
zombies
makes
now.
it
I
really-
mean, you have the vampire craze with like the Twilight fags and all that
As long
kind
as
of stuff.
nobody fucks a zombie, I'm okay.
We're
with
gonna bleep that out in the final.
Just so we don't get like mass hate or something. But
Yeah.
No, fuck that. Bring on the hate. Fuck Twilight and fuck everyone who likes
bring it.